Hello dear student, this is Mr. Hitesh Patel, Assistant Professor, LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today in this video session, we are going to discuss some basic concepts of chapter number 2 energy of the subject BME Basics of Mechanical Engineering. So let's start. So today's topics are nuclear energy, solar energy, wind energy and environmental issues. Environmental issues like global warming and ozone depletion. Today we are going to discuss nuclear, solar and wind energy. These are the three types of energy. Okay. So out of these three energies, nuclear energy is non-renewable source of energy and solar energy and wind energies are renewable source of energy. Renewable source of energy means the energy which available after a short period of the time. The energy which is available after using within short period of the time, that is renewable source of energy. So let's start with the nuclear energy. Okay. So first of all, nuclear energy. From the name itself, you can easily understand that nuclear energy is the energy which is trapped in the nuclear of any atom. Okay, so nuclear energy means the energy which is trapped inside the atom, and nuclear fuel which are used for producing the power, that is uranium, thorium, plutonium. Okay, these all are the fuels, and uranium 235 which is mostly used for the production of electrical energy from nuclear. Okay. Next, the nuclear energy produced in two ways. First is nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. In atomic fission, the heavy nucleus is split into two parts or two or more lighter nucleus. When this is done, a tremendous amount of energy is generated, and that energy will be absorbed by the water, and that water is converted into steam, and that steam is used for producing electricity. Okay. Now fission. Fission is carried out by bombarding a slow moving neutron on the atom of the fuels inside the nuclear reactor. The reduced mass, the mass which is reduced after the bombarding, is converted into enormous energy in accordance with the Einstein's energy equation, and that equation is E is equal to delta m c square, where E is the energy, delta m is the mass difference, and c square means the velocity of light. So which are the advantages of nuclear energy? There are some advantages as well as disadvantages of the nuclear energy. So these are the advantages. The first advantage is reduced demand on the fossil fuels like coal, oil and gas. We know that coal, oil and gas, by using these all energies, there is a pollution problem on the earth. So by using this, there is a less demand of the fossil fuels like coal, oil and gas. The second one is transportation and storage of the fuel is easy compared to convenient fuels, because we can easily transport this fuel of the nuclear like uranium, thorium, plutonium. We can easily transport it, and it produces larger power than the fossil fuels. That's why the nuclear energy is the recent development option for our government. The next is disadvantages. We know that uranium is very costly, so it is a high cost. It has a problem of radioactive waste disposal. When we are using uranium, there is a waste generated which is radioactive, so we are not able to throw it anywhere on the earth. So that is a big problem. High safety is needed from the nuclear radiation, and cost of power generation is very high. So this is all about the nuclear energy. Next topic is solar energy. We know that solar energy is the energy which is available from the sun, or energy obtained from the sun in the form of radiation. We also know that sun is an inexhaustible source of energy, and it is a pollution free source of energy. Now we know that the result of nuclear fusion reaction, The solar energy has the maximum potential energy of all sources of renewable energy. In renewable sources of energy, solar energy has the maximum potential to produce energy or electricity. Okay, we know that solar energy the trapped in form of solar photo inside the solar photovoltaic cell, and in that cell we can convert that solar energy into electrical energy. There are many advantages as well as disadvantages of this energy. The advantages of solar energy is, we know that we can easily install solar plant, and the maintenance charge is also less as compared to other plants. There is no noise while using solar energy. There is no any kind of pollution while using solar energy. Okay, the life of the solar cell is very high, and it makes it favorable for remote isolated forest areas, hilly areas. We can use it anywhere where solar energy is available. It is renewable and inexhaustible form of energy. We can use it anytime. Okay, and it is endless source of energy. Okay, and it can be directly converted into electrical energy by using solar photovoltaic cell. So these all are the advantages of solar energy. There are certain disadvantages of solar energy. The areas where there is a uncertainty of solar power or solar energy, or where there is a problem of cloudy weather, there is a lots of rainfall during the season, there are more winds, at that time there is a problem or uncertainty or unavailability of the solar energy. At that place we are not able to get constant energy or constant electrical energy. Okay, and we know that the initial cost of this solar energy is very high, but due to, we know that nowadays government provides subsidy for plantation of solar plant. So with the high marketing needs, there is a reducing the rate of the solar energy at a faster rate. Now the next disadvantage is it involves high cost of storage energy during non-availability of the sunshine hour, where we know that when there is a no sun, there is unavailability of the solar energy. At that time we need to store the electrical energy, so it is a great disadvantage of this system. Okay, next is wind energy. We know that wind energy is the energy which we are obtaining from the wind. So wind energy is associated with the kinetic energy which is inside the wind. Okay, so when the wind with high kinetic energy impact over the wind blades, at that time this blade is rotating. With the help of this rotational energy, or we can say that the kinetic energy of the wind is converted into mechanical energy, and that mechanical energy is we are converting into electrical energy with the help of generators, and that generator will we are using, or that electricity that produced by generator are used for our daily routine needs. Okay, the place where we can install this kind of windmills. So the minimum wind speed which is required for satisfactory performance of the wind generator is 15 km per hour. At least a wind velocity is minimum 15 km per hour required at that particular location. The potential in India for generating wind energy, that is 20,000 megawatt, but at present we are generating only 1020 megawatt energy from the wind. Okay, we can use up to 20,000 megawatt, but it is a unluck that we are not able to utilize this amount of energy. There are certain advantages as well as disadvantages of this energy. The first advantage is, so it is non-polluting source of energy, it is environment friendly source of energy. Okay, the second advantage is it is renewable and sustainable source of energy which is available free of cost. We are not paying any charges for the wind. Generation of electricity is fast by using the windmills, and it is cheaper than any other source of energy. Now next is disadvantages of the windmill. So It is located only in vast open areas where the air circulation or airflow is fulfill its requirement. As we have discussed, minimum wind speed is 15 km/h is required. So the place where this amount of this kinetic energy of air available, at that place we can use this kind of plant. At present, the capital cost of this wind energy or windmill is very high, and large variation in the wind speed is there during cyclones. We know that when there is a very high speed of the wind or there is a cyclone, at that time there is a variation in the wind speed and it can damage the windmills. Okay, so these are the disadvantages of the wind energy. Next, application of the wind energy. So wind energy is used for producing of electrical power to run the water pump, charging of batteries, and many more applications which we can use by electricity. Okay. The next topic is global warming. Nowadays all the world is worried about this term, global warming. Global warming is what? So global warming is the when earth heat up, the temperature of the earth rises. And why this thing is happening? So the greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, water vapor, nitrous oxide, methane trap inside the earth, and it absorbs the heat and light from the sun, and earth's atmosphere temperature is increased, and due to that there is cause of the global warming. Okay, so this is the main cause of the global warming, as we have discussed that the gases like water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane oxide, ozone, these two gases, these all are gases, are trapped inside the earth, trap the heat and increase the temperature of the earth. And so by this way the ice on the earth is melting. Okay, so next is effect of global warming. So we know that as the ice is melting, the rise in level of the sea, and as the sea level is increased, the water covers many low islands. Okay, and due to this there is a big problem with the humans. The pollution that caused the global warming is linked to the acid rain. We have heard this word many times. What is acid rain? So acid rain is the rain which gradually destroy almost everything. When there is a rain, it falls with the water, but when there is a acid rain, there is some acidic particles inside that rain which can destroy everything. With too many gases like methane oxide and many more gases, it absorbs the heat and light, and there is increase in temperature of the earth and it gets too hot. Next is ozone depletion. We know that from the name itself you can easily understand ozone depletion means reduction in the layer of ozone. Okay, so ozone layer is presented at an altitude of 25 kilometer in the stratosphere. It is about 3 mm thick, and the layer absorbs 97.99% of the sun's high frequency rays, and it protects the life on the earth. As we know that there is a depletion in the layer of ozone, due to that there are many diseases like skin is happening over the earth. So ozone depletion means reduction in the layer of the ozone in stratosphere. The ozone depletion is observed using instrument that is known as total ozone mapping spectrometer, which is also known as TOMS, and it is expressed in Dobson units or abbreviated as DU. Okay, so Dobson unit is also known as DU. Ozone layer mainly causes or occurred by the chlorine Cl, chloro oxide, chlorine oxide, ClO, chlorofluorocarbon, CFC, nitrogen oxide, NO, bromine, Br, chlorofluorochloride, CFCl3, and electromagnetic radiation. These all are gases mostly used in refrigerator, air and air conditioner. Okay, as we know that air conditioner and refrigerator causes the ozone depletion because the refrigerant, mostly used refrigerant, are from the group of CFC, chlorofluorocarbon. CFC are also used in some extinguisher and in spray cans. CFC cause the depletion, especially in cold climate. CFCs remain in atmosphere for the decades. How this ozone react with the chlorine? So reaction of chlorine with the ozone is follow this equation: Cl, that is chlorine, plus O3 means ozone. While reaction is happening at that time, that O3 is converted into O2 means oxygen is free and ClO is formed. The chlorine atom changes an ozone molecule into ordinary oxygen. So which are the effect of ozone depletion? So we know that as there is a hole in the layer of ozone, so there is no filtering of the sun rays. Harmful rays directly cause the crop failure. They can cause the skin cancer. They can go directly through the water, ending up all the aquatic life. Aquatic life means the life which is under the sea, rivers. Okay. UV rays, ultraviolet rays can cause more sunburn and they can damage our eyes and can increase in people becoming blind. So these all are the effects of ozone layers. So in this lecture we have discussed total three energies. First is nuclear energy, second one is wind energy, and third one is solar energy, and environmental issues like global warming and ozone depletion. If you have any queries regarding to this, then you can write down your queries in the comment section. Thank you for watching my video.